To gain acceptance from the primitive tribe, one must pass a special ritual. Da Vinci and his companions face a test involving a cup of water, a bowl of corn kernels, and a wooden stick to prove their worth to the tribe. The first man boldly grabs the stick, declaring he could be a tribal warrior, only to have his skull brutally smashed the next second. The second man, panicking, gulps down the water, but is immediately stabbed in the throat by the tribal chief. In reality, the answer to this seemingly deadly test lies hidden in Da Vinci's journey to this place. After failing to trick the Vatican into handing over their cargo ship by impersonating the Pope's nephew, Da Vinci cooks up an even crazier plan. Just by observing shellfish, he gets inspired and builds a submarine. Looking at this coffin-like wooden box, the craftsmen worry Da Vinci might drown, leaving them unpaid.
We'll fish us up, sell the remains as salvage.
Despite its all-wood exterior, not a drop of seawater seeps in. Adjusting the diving depth is as simple as releasing a few ballast stones. It's powered solely by the pilot hand-cranking a propeller, consuming only 2 loaves of bread per 100 nautical miles. An hourglass serves as a makeshift dashboard, helping them calculate and maintain cranking speed. The only drawback is the oxygen supply, lasting just an hour, but it's enough to reach the nearby cargo ship. Meanwhile, Vespucci boards the ship and pretends to surrender to Alfonso, tipping him off that Da Vinci is building a secret weapon at the dock. As Alfonso sends men to search for Da Vinci, Vespucci secretly pours oil on the deck, preparing to assist Da Vinci in capturing the ship. Unfortunately, the submarine hits sunken ship debris midway, and water immediately rushes in through the cracks. They're forced to speed up, even though it rapidly depletes their oxygen. Soon the submarine reaches the bottom of the cargo ship, and Da Vinci promptly rotates the upper handle to release grappling hooks that firmly grab the ship's hull. This method is inspired by the lamprey parasitizing on tuna. The dagger Da Vinci tossed to the slaves before jumping ship now comes into play. As Alfonso interrogates them, a female slave suddenly lunges at him with the knife. An enraged Alfonso plans to take her to his room for severe punishment.
From now on, your name is Toy.
Taking advantage of the deck's lack of guards, Vespucci ignites the oil he had previously spilled, starting a big fire. While the guards and crew rush to put out the fire, no one notices Da Vinci and Zorro climbing up the gangway. Freeing all the slaves takes time, so the professional thief Zorro stays behind to unlock their shackles, while Da Vinci goes to stall Alfonso. At this moment, Alfonso is furiously punishing the female slave in his room when Da Vinci's sudden intrusion scares him limp. He shoves the slave towards Da Vinci, using the distraction to grab his dual swords. Da Vinci fights while retreating towards the cabin's exit, managing to knock one of Alfonso's swords away as he pushes through the door.
This will be even more satisfying than screwing that Circassian gash.
Even so, Alfonso remains a formidable fighter, and after dozens of exchanges, Da Vinci ultimately loses by a hair. However, facing Alfonso's death sentence, he just smiles. The slaves outnumber the guards and crew, and the captain senses the change in tide, immediately switches allegiance to Da Vinci. He orders Alfonso to be put on a small boat and left to drift back to shore. Da Vinci, with his incredible memory, hand draws the map to the Vault of Heaven, but without the astrolabe, he still can't navigate the vast ocean. While observing the stars with his telescope, he suddenly notices that Venus, which should be in its left crescent phase today, appears as a right crescent. After a moment of confusion, Da Vinci excitedly realizes he's discovered a truth. He originally thought all planets revolved around Earth, but this is wrong.
It all moves around the sun.
The change in Venus's crescent phase proves that Earth also orbits along a certain path, with the Sun being the only center that fits the criteria. With the correct theory, Da Vinci can accurately deduce his position through celestial bodies, even without an astrolabe. A genius's epiphany takes but an instant, while the mediocre can hope to achieve it in a lifetime. For instance, despite Riario has the original map and astrolabe, still gets lost and runs aground in a storm, forcing him to abandon ship with Nico. After a long voyage, Da Vinci finally reaches the island indicated on the map. Seeing the basilisk's wreckage scattered on the beach, he realizes Riario has already arrived. Vespucci plans to sail back for supplies, promising to return in 3 months. In the end, only 2 sailors are willing to join Da Vinci and Zorro on their adventure. Shortly after entering the rainforest, they discover a pure gold emblem embedded in a stone pillar. Da Vinci notices its pattern matches the one on the key. Just as a greedy sailor tries to pry off the gold with his knife, a native covered in green juice appears. Though they can't understand his language, his angry expression makes it clear that the sailor's action has violated a taboo. Before Da Vinci can calm the situation, the two nervous sailors draw their swords, scaring off the native. They haven't yet grasped how dangerous these natives can be. The crude paths and wooden bridges all point to a sizable tribe living in the rainforest, possibly with the beginnings of a civilized society. Sure enough, a group of natives soon surrounds them from all directions. They work in perfect coordination, even using ropes to catch the sailor trying to escape. Da Vinci notices that the tattoos on their bodies also match the pattern on the key, but the language barrier prevents any communication. Instead of harming them, the natives tie their hands to bamboo poles and march them deep into the rainforest. Far from being afraid, Da Vinci is fascinated, learning a few simple words by observing the natives' conversations and corresponding actions. But Zorro worries they'll be used as food or sacrifices and secretly frees himself. His escape attempt fails, resulting in a beating until a beautiful native woman appears.
Tell her I'll be happy to service her in any number of ways to save the rest of you.
Under her lead, Da Vinci sees a stone city emerge, exactly as the cartographer described. The natives here have cultivated neat fields of corn, clearly in an advanced agricultural civilization. At the end of the fields, a priestess awaits them, smiling with joy upon seeing Da Vinci and the key. By nightfall, Da Vinci's group of four is brought to an altar. The natives, dressed in strange, elaborate costumes, seem ready for some mysterious ritual. A man in golden armor on the high platform is likely the tribal chief. The priestess presents Da Vinci's key to the chief, but they appear to disagree on something. The chief then has a golden cup filled with water, a bowl of corn kernels, and a wooden stick placed before the four outsiders. The sailor have seen similar rituals where participants choose an item to demonstrate their value to the tribe. The first man picks the stick, thinking the natives value strength.
Then I choose to be a warrior. Amongst warriors!
The cheering in the square stops abruptly, and a native warrior nods respectfully to him, just as he thinks he's passed the test. Watching the man's skull get smashed to pieces, the remaining three are terrified. Another sailor is pushed forward, desperately seeking Da Vinci's help, but the recent bloody scene leaves Da Vinci unable to think clearly. The sailor takes a desperate gamble and drinks from the golden cup. This time, the chief himself approaches. He removes his mask, expressionless, pulls a dagger from his boot, and unexpectedly stabs the sailor's throat. The remaining bowl of corn kernels seems to be the correct choice. But Da Vinci believes this isn't a simple process of elimination. The priestess's gaze towards Da Vinci mixes worry and hope, as if she wants him to pass the test and survive. Zorro is designated to go next, and he can't think of any answer other than the corn kernels. Da Vinci is frantic, racking his brain to figure out what the natives want. He recalls that corn is the main crop here. The wooden stick must be a hoe for planting corn, and water is equally essential for farming. In a flash of insight, Da Vinci grasps the connection between these items. His previously learned simple words come in handy, surprising the natives. With the chief's nod of approval, Da Vinci begins his answer. He first digs a furrow with the hoe, then scatters the corn kernels into it, and finally waters it with the golden cup. A seed, a farming tool, or water alone is meaningless. Only by combining them can they create the food humans rely on for survival.
Calcite.
Calcite! Calcite! Calcite!
As the natives chant life repeatedly, Da Vinci knows he's passed the test. The priestess smiles, walks over, and whispers in his ear.
Leonardo da Vinci.
She somehow knows Da Vinci's name, though he never revealed it. Before Da Vinci can recover from his shock and confusion, another surprise awaits. Long-lost Nico is also held here. This also means Rarario, who kidnapped him, has arrived. Zorro angrily rushes over and punches him hard, but Rarario neither dodges nor retaliates. Now that they're all stuck in the quest for the Book of Leaves, yesterday's enemies naturally become allies with a common goal. At this moment, the priestess enters the dungeon. She introduces herself as Kama, not only knowing Da Vinci but also speaking his language. Kama takes Da Vinci into a cave to view murals recording their tribe's history, which can answer all of Da Vinci's questions. It turns out Da Vinci's mother once came here seeking the Book of Leaves, teaching Kama much knowledge and making her the chief priestess. She also prophesied that her son would follow in her footsteps. Da Vinci is thrilled, finally finding clues about his mother and confirming the Book of Leaves' existence. But the adventure is just beginning. To enter the vault and obtain the Book of Leaves, he must still pass a cruel and perilous test,